Hello, this is another vlog for the DFW Nerd Night competition, game design competition. Yesterday I said that I was going to be playtesting, and I did get some more playtesting in. I playtested a two-player game of Cheez-It, a three-player game of Cheez-It, and a three-player game of Expansion. Now, I had said yesterday that with expansion I was going to change up how the field was shaped. Instead of straight down, it was going to be across. That worked, but I didn't have the numbers right. They were too close to each other, so the game ended really quickly. But I have real hope that the game will be greatly improved with the start and the end being a little bit further apart. It allows a lot more ability for people to get more combinations. It was actually a surprise victory for the last player who'd been playing a semi-random. He didn't plan out a strategy ahead of time, but his actually worked out because he remembered that the well, actually, I was a bad playtest. I was a bad person at running a game. I actually showed him at the end that he should have had something in a spot because I reminded him that one shape, because there's less of them somewhere than the rest of the cards, it's worth more points. So, well, that was me, but I had to be honest because I had been helping throughout the game a little bit just to make sure people just remembered everything going through. He doesn't normally play my games. He actually doesn't play a lot of games, so I'm sorry I'm getting a little bit defensive. The two-player game of Cheez-It went very well. I did eventually win in that one. I was playing as the mouse, and it was interesting to see how my friend who plays RTSs, and he brought this up, RTSs affected how he played the game. And it was interesting to see how he was doubling back and going forward and moving around to try and check different points. He also used the zero card, which I intended to review the board. He used it a lot more than other players had in the past. There's only been so many playtests. But he used it to great effect, and he actually found most of my hiding spots, which is what it was intended to do. It was a very difficult time. It was a very difficult time defeating him, but it was very fun. He enjoyed it, and I did enjoy it too. The three-player game of Cheez-It, that one was interesting. I'm definitely going to have to add something, probably a cat, that just moves has the same movement as the mice themselves, but can move first for the man, so the man has a little bit more ability to find stuff. Because right now, there's almost no way that the man is going to be able to find both mice. But the ability to have the man and a secondary, weaker character might be able to make it a much more balanced game. So that's something to think about. So what I have to do now is test out with expansion. I'm going to just extend it one more in each direction. So it's going to be 3 across and 3 up instead of just 2 across and 2 up, because that led to the game being over really quickly. Also, something was recommended was that the cards you need to buy with, you start with some of them. Probably the ones based on the cards that you start with. So I'm going to run with that too. So wish me luck. I'm going to hopefully playtest again today once or twice. And I think my games are going along pretty well. It was interesting asking which game they thought I should actually submit when I actually submit games. The majority thought Cheez-It, but the one player, Carl, who I know very well, he actually recommended expansion because it's a much more challenging game in certain aspects. And it has much more room for strategy in a multiplayer fashion. Cheez-It does rely a little bit more on luck and predicting where your enemy is going to go, but After that, it's fun for the whole family. That's the thing, but he's not sure there's a lot more to it. I like to think that it went over very well. He actually did enjoy it very much when he played it. He played as the human, as I said before, and he was quite a challenge to defeat. He actually won as the three-player game. He at least caught somebody. He should have caught both players earlier on in the game, but there was a mistake when someone misread a card, and that person was me. But overall, he did very well both times he played, and it's a very easy to pick up game, was the general opinion of the playtesters. I also have more forms to upload because they did review them each time they played, and just to see changes between the 2 and the 3-player game. And they also reviewed expansion, so I'm also going to have to upload those forms. So I'm hoping to playtest with the revisions that I'm making now, and wish me luck. Thank you.